Ladies and gentlemen, listen up. This year, 2025, is the year of you. Not your friends, not your competition, not the people doubting you. It's your time. Your focus should be so sharp, so locked in that the noise around you becomes irrelevant. See, too many people waste their energy watching what others are doing, comparing, complaining, waiting for some magical moment to change their lives. But let me tell you something. Nobody is coming to save you. Nobody is waking up every morning thinking about how to make you successful. That's your job. That's your responsibility. And the moment you realize that, everything changes. Think about this. When you're running a race, do you look to the side to see who's next to you? No, because the second you do, you slow down. And that's exactly what happens in life. The moment you start worrying about someone else's progress, you lose sight of your own path. Stay in your lane, run your race. Distractions? They're everywhere. Social media, gossip, negativity. It's all designed to pull you away from your purpose. But here's the secret. Winners don't get distracted. Champions don't waste time checking what the next person is doing. They are too busy grinding, too busy improving, too busy building the life they deserve. It's not about proving anything to anyone else. It's about proving to yourself that you have what it takes. Because you do. You just have to believe it before anyone else does. When you wake up tomorrow, don't reach for your phone. Reach for your vision. When you step out that door, don't walk with doubt. Walk with purpose. This is your time, your moment, your year. Lock in. Focus on yourself and watch how everything changes. 2025 is the year everything changes. Not because the calendar flipped, not because the world suddenly became easier, but because this time you decide. This time you commit. No more distractions. No more excuses. No more waiting for the right moment. This is your year because you're finally making yourself the priority. See, most people spend their whole lives chasing approval. They care too much about opinions, too much about who's ahead of them, too much about fitting in. But let me ask you, has that ever made you successful? Has worrying about what others think ever put money in your pocket, built your dream, or made you better? No, because while you're watching them, you're losing time. This year it's different. You're locking in. You're tuning out the noise. You're not running around trying to impress. You're not explaining yourself. You're not chasing validation. Your focus is razor sharp and your energy is reserved for what truly matters. Your growth, your vision, your future. It's power in being selfish with your time. Not the kind of selfish that pushes people away, but the kind that demands respect. The kind that says, I love you, but I love my future more. The kind that understands that if you don't take care of yourself first, you can't be anything for anyone else. This isn't about arrogance. It's about discipline. It's about waking up every day and making a decision. I choose me. I choose my goals. I choose my success. Because when you commit to yourself, when you dedicate every ounce of effort to becoming the best version of you, something incredible happens. Everything around you changes. Opportunities come. The right people align with your path. Your confidence grows. And suddenly, the things that once distracted you, they don't even exist in your world anymore because you've built a new world, one where the only competition is the person in the mirror. This is your time, your journey, your moment. Focus on yourself like never before and watch how 2025 becomes the year that changes everything. Too many people are stuck in the cycle of watching, comparing, and complaining. They scroll through social media looking at someone else's success, feeling frustrated about their own life. They sit around talking about how unfair things are, how someone else has an advantage, how they're still waiting for their chance. But let me tell you something. Nobody ever won a race by watching someone else run. Nobody ever built a dream by sitting around complaining about why they don't have one. It's time to stop looking at what everybody else is doing. It's time to stop worrying about who's ahead, who started before you, who got lucky. None of that matters. What matters is what you're doing right now. What matters is how much effort you're putting in today. While you're busy checking on someone else's progress, they working. And while you're complaining about why life isn't fair, someone else is out there grinding, making moves, and turning their vision into reality. Success doesn't come to the one who points fingers. It comes to the one who takes responsibility. It comes to the person who wakes up every morning and says, I don't care what anyone else is doing. I'm focused on me. I'm focused on getting better. I'm focused on winning my race. Because when you truly lock in on yourself, when you stop wasting energy on comparison, something powerful happens. Your progress speeds up. Your results start start coming. Your confidence grows. This is the year you stop looking sideways. This is the year you stop waiting for something to change, because the truth is nothing changes until you do. And the moment you decide to stop comparing, stop complaining, and start executing, you become nobody is coming to save you. Read that again. Let it sink in, because the sooner you accept that truth, the sooner you take control of your life. Too many people are waiting for the right time, waiting for a handout, waiting for someone to believe in them. But let me tell you something. Nobody is waking up thinking about how to make you successful. Not your friends, not your family, not society. This is your journey, your responsibility, your fight. It's easy to blame the world when things don't go your way. It's easy to say, I didn't get the opportunities. I wasn't given the resources. I don't have the support. But guess what? Neither did the greatest champions, the biggest success stories, the ones who made it to the top. They didn't wait for permission. They didn't sit around hoping someone would notice them. They got up, they fought for it, they created their own opportunity. You have to understand, nobody owes you anything. Life doesn't hand out success just because you want it. It gives it to the ones who take action. The ones who refuse to make excuses. The ones who, no matter how hard it gets, look in the mirror and say, I got this. I'll figure it out. I will make it happen. This is the year you stop waiting for a savior. This is the year you become your own hero. Because the truth is, the only person who can change your life is you. You have the power, the talent, the ability, but none of it matters if you don't step up. None of it matters if you don't take control. So no more waiting, no more hoping, no more looking for someone to come lift you up. Get up, go to work, make it happen. Because when you finally realize that you are the key to your own success, that's when everything changes. When you run in a race, the worst thing you can do is look to the side. The second you turn your head to see who's next to you, you lose speed, you break focus, and before you know it, you're falling behind. That's exactly how life works. The moment you start worrying about what someone else is doing, you slow down on your own path. Too many people spend their energy watching others. They're checking who's ahead, who's making more money, who's getting opportunities. But while they watching, they not working. While they focused on someone else's progress, they're ignoring their own. And that's why they stay stuck. That's why they never reach their full potential, because their eyes are everywhere except where they should be. It doesn't matter who started before you. It doesn't matter who's moving faster. Your only job is to run your race. Stay in your lane, because when you focus on your own journey, when you put all your energy into your growth instead of someone else's, you start moving faster than ever before. You start leveling up in ways you never imagined. Champions don't get distracted. Winners don't waste time checking on competition. They are too locked in, too committed to their own vision to worry about someone else's. And that's the mindset you need. When you wake up in the morning, your only focus should be, how can I be better than I was yesterday? How can I push myself further? How can I get closer to my goals? Because that's the only thing that matters. So forget the noise. Forget who's ahead, forget who's watching, forget the distractions. Stay locked in, stay focused, keep running your race. And when you do that, when you commit to your own path without looking sideways, success won't just be a possibility, it'll be inevitable. Distractions are everywhere. Social media, negativity, people who drain your energy, pointless arguments, mindless scrolling, all of it is designed to pull you away from your purpose. And if you don't take control, if you don't decide to eliminate what doesn't serve you, you'll wake up one day wondering where all your time went, why you're still stuck in the same place, why you haven't moved forward. The truth is, most people aren't failing because they don't have talent. They're failing because they're too distracted to use it. They spend more time watching others than working on themselves. They waste hours chasing validation instead of chasing greatness, and then they wonder why their dreams feel so far away. But this year is different. This year, you are taking back control. This year, you are locking in like never before. That means cutting off the noise. That means being intentional with your time. That means saying no to anything that doesn't push you closer to your goals. Because every minute you waste on distractions is a minute stolen from your success. Winners don't have time to waste. They don't sit around scrolling, gossiping, waiting. They wake up with purpose. They move with intention. They guard their time like their life depends on it, because it does. And that's the energy you need. That's the mindset that will take you to the next level. So starting today, no more excuses. No more getting caught up in things that don't matter. No more letting distractions slow you down. Lock in. Protect your focus. Put your energy where it belongs, on your vision, your growth, your future. Because the moment you cut out the distractions, the moment you fully commit commit to yourself, that's when everything changes. You don't need to prove anything to anyone but yourself. Too many people are out here living for approval, chasing validation, trying to impress people who don't even care. They buy things they don't need, do things they don't want to do, all just to hear someone say, good job. But let me tell you something. If you're living for applause, you'll never win, because the second that applause stops, so does your motivation. The real question is, what do you want? Not what looks good on social media, not what makes other people respect you. What sets your soul on fire? What makes you wake up excited? What kind of life do you want to build for yourself? That's what matters. That's what you need to focus on. Forget about trying to impress people. Forget about proving the doubters wrong. This isn't about them. This is about you becoming the best version of yourself, because you deserve it, because you owe it to yourself to reach your full potential. The only competition you have is the person in the mirror. The only opinion that matters is the one you have about yourself. When you start living for yourself, when you start grinding for your own growth instead of for validation, you move differently. You stop seeking approval and you start seeking progress. You stop trying to prove a point and you start proving to yourself that you can do anything you set your mind to. This year, make yourself the priority. Work in silence. Focus on your goals. Grow for you. Because when you build yourself up for the right reasons, when you stop chasing outside approval and start building inner confidence, that's when success becomes unstoppable. The way you start your day determines how you live your life. Too many people wake up and the first thing they do is grab their phone, checking messages, scrolling through social media, seeing what the world is up to before they've even checked in with themselves. And then they wonder why they feel lost, why they feel unmotivated, why their life isn't moving in the direction they want. But this year is different. This year, you take control of your mornings. This year, you wake up with purpose. Before you pick up that phone, before you let the outside world in, you remind yourself what you here for. You set your focus, you set your energy, because if you don't control your day from the start, distractions will control it for you. Successful people don't wake up reacting to life. They wake up creating it. They don't check social media first. They check their goals. They don't waste the first hour of the day. They use it to get better, to plan, to move forward. And that's the shift you need to make. When you wake up tomorrow, don't ask yourself what's happening in the world. Ask yourself, what am I going to make happen today? Don't look at someone else's life. Look at your own, because every single day is another chance to get closer to your dreams, but only if you make it count. This is the year of intention, the year of focus, the year where every morning starts with purpose and every day ends with progress. Because when you control your mornings, you control your life. And when you control your life, nothing can stop you. When you walk into a room, walk like you belong there. When you speak, speak like you mean it. When you step out into the world, move with the confidence of someone who knows they're destined for greatness. Because the truth is, if you don't believe in yourself, nobody else will. Too many people doubt themselves before they even start. They question if they're good enough, if they have what it takes, if they're worthy of success. But let me tell you something. Nobody is born ready. Nobody starts out knowing everything. The people at the top, they weren't handed confidence. They built it. They showed up every single day, even when they didn't feel like it, even when they were scared, even when the world doubted them. And over time, that effort turned into belief. That belief turned into success. This year, stop shrinking yourself. Stop playing small. Stop second guessing your worth. You are capable. You are talented. You are built for this, but you have to own it. You have to walk, talk, and move like the person you were yesterday. Because success doesn't wait for permission. It follows those who claim it. When you focus on yourself, when you truly commit to your growth, you start to see a shift. You stop looking for validation. You stop hesitating and you start moving like someone who knows they're unstoppable. And when you carry yourself with that kind of energy, when you show up every day like you already know you're going to win, the world has no choice but to take notice. So from this moment forward, no more doubt, no more hesitation, no more walking through life like you don't deserve the best. Move with confidence, speak with purpose, act like success is already yours, because it is. And in 2025, you're going to prove it. Success isn't about what you do once. It's about what you do every single day. Anybody can get motivated for a moment. Anybody can work hard for a week. But the ones who truly win, the ones who separate themselves from the pack, they are the ones who show up day after day, even when they don't feel like it, even when the results aren't coming fast enough, even when nobody is watching. This is where most people fail. They start strong. They have big dreams. They talk about what they're going to do. But when it gets tough, when progress slows down, when life throws obstacles in their way, they fall off. They let distractions creep in. They tell themselves, I'll get back on track tomorrow. But tomorrow turns into next week turns into next year. And suddenly they're stuck in the same place, wondering why nothing has changed. Not you, not this year. In 2025, you are staying locked in. You are showing up no matter what. You are putting in the work, even on the days you don't feel like it, because those are the days that separate the great from the average. The grind doesn't care about your feelings. Success doesn't wait for the perfect moment. If you want to win, you have to be consistent, period. It's not about doing a lot once. It's about doing a little every day. It's about stacking small wins, building momentum, and refusing to quit. Because when you commit to that level of discipline, when you stop making excuses and start making progress, that's when everything shifts. So no more on and off effort, no more stopping and starting, no more waiting for motivation to show up. Be consistent, be disciplined, stay locked in. And if you do that, if you commit to showing up for yourself every single day, there's no limit to what you can achieve in 2025. This is it. This is the year everything changes. Not because the world is different, not because circumstances magically shift, but because you decide, because you make the commitment, because you finally understand that the only thing standing between you and your greatest life is your own focus, your own discipline, your own ability to lock in on yourself like never before. No more distractions, no more excuses, no more waiting for permission. This is your time, your journey, your moment to prove to yourself that you are capable of more than you ever imagined. Every dream you have, every goal you've set, every version of yourself you've envisioned, it's all within reach, but only if you're willing to stay locked in. Only if you're willing to put in the work when nobody's watching. Only if you're willing to focus on your growth instead of watching someone else's. The world is filled with noise, filled with people who will try to pull you in 100 different directions, but you don't have time for that. You don't have time for distractions, for negativity, for anything that doesn't align with the vision you have for yourself. You are not here to blend in. You are not here to settle. You are here to rise, to grow, to dominate. And the truth is, it will always be easy. There will be days when you feel tired. There will be moments when doubt creeps in, but that's exactly when you have to push harder. That's exactly when you remind yourself why you started. Because the difference between winners and everyone else isn't talent. It isn't luck. It's focus. It's the ability to stay committed to the grind when others fall off. It's the ability to show up for yourself day after day, no matter what. So here's the challenge. Lock in. Tune out the noise. Get obsessed with your progress. Become the kind of person who is so focused, so determined, so committed to their own growth that nothing, no distraction, no setback, no outside opinion can pull them off track. Because when you focus only on yourself, when you refuse to quit, when you give everything you have to your own journey, success isn't just possible, it's inevitable. This is your year, your time, your moment. Now go make it happen.